Ever wondered, does my vote even make a difference? It's a question that might cross your mind, especially when faced with long lines at the polling booth or the disheartening news cycle. But let's take a moment to explore the real impact of just one vote. Imagine a bustling democracy, where every single vote is a stroke that paints the larger picture of governance. There have been instances in history where elections have been won or lost by a margin so small, it's almost unbelievable. In fact, in 1969, an Indian state assembly election was decided by a single vote, emphasizing the significance of each individual's participation. Every vote is a voice, an expression of choice, a ripple in the vast ocean of democracy. It's a powerful tool that shapes the path a nation treads, influencing policies, leadership, and the very fabric of society. So your vote does matter. It's the key to the future of your country. Now let's imagine a scenario where educated citizens like you decide not to vote. Imagine it's election day and you, along with many others, decide to stay home. It seems like a small, insignificant act, doesn't it? Fast forward a week, the election results are out. The candidate who won didn't win because they were the best choice, but because only a polarized group of people cast their votes. Their favorite politician now leads, and the representation of the people's true voice begins to wane. A month goes by and the effects of this election decision start to show. Policies that don't reflect the needs of the majority are enacted. The government's actions don't seem to align with your interests or those of many others. A year passes and the economy starts to dip. Corruption seeps in unchecked as those in power are not truly accountable to the people. The ripple effects of this one election day decision begin to touch every part of life. 5 years down the line, the impact becomes personal. Job opportunities become scarce. The welfare of your children is threatened. The government's underdeveloped policies have started to chip away at your quality of life. 10 years later, the country's image fades. Development stalls, the future seems uncertain. The younger generation, your children, are left with a future that is far from the bright prospects you once envisioned for them. This is a grim picture, isn't it? But it's a potential reality if educated citizens choose not to vote. Each of these steps, each adverse effect, is like a domino falling. It starts with one small decision, one vote not cast, and it cascades down, impacting everything in its path. Remember, your vote is not just about choosing a leader for today. It's about shaping the future, your future, and the future of generations to come. The decision to vote or not to vote has far-reaching effects. It's a choice that begins a domino effect, either towards progress or decline. So think about it. What kind of domino effect do you want to start? But there's a silver lining. The power to change this lies in your hands. Democracy, unlike any other form of government, is a system that thrives on the voice of its citizens. It's not the rule of a monarch or the decree of a dictator, but the collective will of the people. It's an arena where you hold the power to influence, to make decisions, to shape the path of your nation. Imagine the exhilaration of knowing that your voice matters, that your singular vote can nudge the course of your nation towards progress. This freedom, this power, is the unique gift of democracy. It's a system where every citizen has a say, where every vote counts, where every voice is heard. So, why let this power go to waste? Why not seize this opportunity to make a difference? Democracy is not just a right, it's a responsibility. It's a way for you to shape the future of your country. So, what can you do to prevent this grim future? It's simple, yet powerful. You vote. Every opportunity you get, you step up and make your voice heard. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, be the change that you want to see in the world. Your vote, your voice, is the catalyst for that change. Remember, in a democracy, indifference is not an option. It is our collective responsibility as citizens to shape the future of our country. We must not take this responsibility lightly. For as American civil rights activist Fannie Lou Hamer beautifully put it, nobody's free until everybody's free. And freedom, my friends, begins with a vote. Your vote is your voice. Use it to shape the future of your country. Remember, Democracy thrives when its citizens participate. So, on the next election day, make sure to cast your vote, because every vote counts.